Hi, this is Louise Cooke, and in this Genealogy Gems video, you're going to be hearing from my special guest presenter, Gina Philibert Ortega. It's always fun to hear about the websites that other genealogists are using, and Gina is going to share 25 of her favorite. So let's jump right into it with 25 websites for genealogy.
All right. Let's move away from genealogy websites and let's go to finding aid websites. Things can help you find stuff. All right. And our first one for number 5 is one that you're probably familiar with. It's been around for a long time. I don't want Cindy to feel old by saying that, but it is Cyndislist. And this kind of goes to how old I am. When I started doing genealogy, Cyndislist was also a book. So Cyndislist is a great finding aid to genealogy and genealogy related websites on the internet. There's all kinds of categories. For example, here's the US, where I can go to US, I can look at some of the categories, I can go to a specific state, look at categories, I can look at a type of occupation, a type of research. She has a section on Evernote with Evernote templates. So there's all kinds of things that you can do on this website. So keep that in mind. And even if you feel like, I've been doing research a long time, Cindy is always adding information that can be useful to you. So now number 6 is another finding aid, and that is Linkpendium. Now Linkpendium is similar to Cyndislist, but not the same. Cyndislist actually has a Google search. It also has things that are outside of a location, whereas Linkpendium is mostly US and I think some England and a few surnames. So it doesn't have the depth of categories that Cyndislist has. You have to know what place you're researching and then drill down to the different categories. So keep that in mind, but I highly recommend that you kind of play with it and look and see how it can help you. It has more links than Cyndislist, so that can be incredibly helpful. And just like Cyndislist, it tells you if it's free or if it's a paid version. All right. Number 7 is ConferenceKeeper. Now, I'm putting this in as a finding aid because it helps you find different events. So ConferenceKeeper is a wonderful website that includes seminars, genealogy conferences, genealogy events of all kinds, in person, online, genealogy travel. It's basically a place to find out what's going on activity-wise in the genealogy world. Now, you can search by using the toolbar at the top. You can look at these various buttons like the calendar, the virtual events calendar, right there on the home page. So there's a few different things. She will have advertisements for the latest that's going on. So it's a great place to learn about events, and because it includes virtual events and some free virtual events, it's definitely someplace you want to check out. She does have a newsletter that goes out and tells you what's going on for the week. Now, this is a website that is owned by National Genealogical Society. It's run by Tammy Mize, who was the person who ran it prior to NGS taking it over. But you can, if you are part of a society, you can email and tell Tammy about your event and she'll put it up on the website. You know, what I like about it is, let's say you decide, you know what, I need to know more about DNA. You can go to the website and find out what DNA events are coming up. So you can set up for yourself maybe a little list of what you need to learn more about and how you can up your genealogy game, and that can help you. Okay, let's switch gears and let's talk genealogy societies, because genealogy societies help us to learn more. They have publications, they have speakers, they have events, and so knowing a few, I think, is vital to our research. Now, obviously, we could do a whole session on just societies, but I have just picked out a few for your consideration. So number 8. American Ancestors is, I believe, the oldest genealogy society in the United States. It is the website of the New England Historic Genealogical Society, or the New England Historic Genealogical Society. I always want to put an "and" in there, and there's no "and" in there. Here is their website. They have quite a collection that you can search and a card catalog. They do have some free databases, but if you want access to everything, you will have to go ahead and buy a membership. And it's just like any other genealogy society. It would be for a year. It would give you access to not only their databases, but also discounts on books, webinars, and events. You know, this is New England, right? It's in Massachusetts. And so we could assume that a lot of the databases are New England databases, but actually they have databases for places all over. So once again, take a look at their catalog and see what you can find and what's useful to you. Number 9 is another really old genealogy society, and that is the New York Genealogical and Biographical Society, NYGNB. Just like NEHGS, they have events, they have virtual events, they have databases. If you are researching New Yorkers, I would highly recommend that you go to this website, see what they have, and see what can be helpful to you. Number 10. Now, we talked a little bit about NGS when we talked about ConferenceKeeper, so let's talk a little bit more. This is the National Genealogical Society here in the United States. It is a society that it doesn't matter where in the United States you are. If you have American ancestors, you're going to be interested in this. They have various educational opportunities, including courses. They have a magazine and a quarterly journal. They have a conference every year. They have all kinds of various events like that. If you're a member, you not only get access to all of those events, those publications, but you get other member benefits, including one that was just announced recently, and that is free access to newspaper archive. So it might be a place for you to check out and think about how it might help you in the coming year. So go to the website. You don't have to be a member to kind of click around and see what's available and to see what member benefits there are. Number 11. As we talk about genealogy societies, and we've talked about kind of location societies like New England and New York, and we've talked about national societies, don't forget there's also societies for ethnic groups. So this is the Afro-American Historical and Genealogical Society. Once again, they have various member benefits, including events. So you may want to go ahead and take a look. They're not the only ethnic society. There's, societies for those with Hispanic ancestors. So there's a little bit of everything, so you might want to check that out. The benefit of belonging to a society like this is they're going to concentrate on that population. And they're going to tell you about resources for that population. And that's going to help you become a better researcher in researching those populations and networking with people who are doing the same type of research that you are. Now, number 12 is another group that is specific to a population, and that is the Foundation for East European Family History Studies, so FEEFHS. Now, member benefits and even some stuff that are free include resources, so check those out. I know there's resources about maps and all kinds of topics. They have an annual conference, so take a look at some of what they have. And like I said, and this is true for all those websites. Some of it's going to be free, but some of it's going to be behind a member wall. But it may be useful for you to take a look and become a member even for a short time. All right, so we're done with genealogy websites. We're done with societies. Let's talk about one of my favorite resources, and that's newspaper collections.